What's up, MPX addicts? Here we are to talk about another great show, the Hateful Eight. Now, if you've never witnessed this Hateful Eight match, it's a fun match to watch. It's amazing. And we've got a great show to talk about. We got tag titles. We got Addicts titles. We have late breaking news for the MPX title. We'll get all into that later. I guess I might as well go ahead and get used to it. Here's the co-host, Jay. What you got to say, man?
Thank you, Kyle, for that wonderful introduction. What's up, Texas wrestling fans? This is G. Williams, your hashtag certified mark. And, well, I'm having to do this a little differently than I normally do it because, well, my neighbors decided to have some construction done right outside the room I typically use as a studio. So here I am in my living room, and we'll see where this goes. But like Kyle said, this is going to be a really great night. I mean, excuse me. It's the Hateful Eight. It's a great match. And it's made even more interesting given some of the changes that have been having to be made. And along with that, we've got, pretty much almost all the titles up for grabs. And, well, we'll see how that goes.
First match we're going to talk about is an old rivalry renewed. We've got the Addicts title on the line, the infamous Kenny Steele representing the Dot Mob for some reason, and the Addicts champion, Dave Segan. Hail Segan. Now, as we've said before and as we've said and seen, there's something about this Addicts title that Dave loves to have. He takes such great pride in being the champion of the Addicts, and I mean, it's great, when you're at the shows, when he's out there, you can take a picture with the Addicts title, and I highly recommend that, because it is a good-looking title. I really do like it. Little beat up, but that's the history involved in it. You've got Kenny Steele. Kenny's a great athlete, but like I said, there's something about Dave having this title. I gotta say, Hail Segan. I'm really curious to see, actually, Jay, what you actually have to say. I know, everyone's shocked. I actually want to hear what Jay says, but I mean, it's interesting. I know you like Kenny Steele. I know you like Dave Segan. Where are you going on this one, buddy?
Geez. I mean, yeah, this one's going to be a little more tough for me to decide because you're right. I do like Kenny a lot, and, I've been really supportive of him since he came back to MPX with Ty Wilson a few months back. And I'll tell you what, it's just, it's going to be a hard decision because at the same time, like you said, Dave with the Addicts title has just been, he fights harder, he fights smarter, and, it's like he works that much more to be able to retain and remain our MPX Addicts champion. And so this could go either way. But I don't think anyone's going to be really all that surprised when I say, Hail Segan.
All right, next match we're going to talk about here is one that's definitely probably going to be one of the most violent matches we've seen here in a while in MPX. Honestly, I'm getting nervous for the competitors thinking about it because you've got excessive violence, Sky De Lacrimosa versus the Magnificent Malico. And despite what I, feel about clowns, Malico's a dangerous man. Malico is one of those wrestlers that when he's in there, whether it be with his skill or with his sick, sadistic idea of fun that he's going to use with chairs or tables or whatever, it's scary. But then you've got Sky, and Sky's no stranger to hardcore matches himself. Sky is excessive violence, and that's exactly what we're going to get in this match. Sky's been kind of on a tear. He's on a little bit of a win streak. He beat Jason Silver, one of his oldest rivals. And Malico, it seems like Malico called him out. I'm not really sure where that came from, but as a fan, I'm glad to see it because, like I said, this match is going to be uber violent. I'm going with Sky on this one. I think, you know, he's going to take exception to being called out. And like I said, Sky's got a chip on his shoulder. Sky is someone that the Addicts, I feel, always look past. Whenever he's in a match, they're like, oh, all right, Sky's in it. You guys are sleeping on him. Sky is one hell of a competitor. One of the toughest men I've ever seen in that ring. I'm going with Sky on this one. Jay, what do you say?
Whew. Another toughie. Well, honestly, this one also could go either way. Like you said, you know, Sky's proven that he can take on the best. I mean, he took on somebody who's beaten Malico before last week and beat him pretty hands down. And he's been coming out and he's been showing that excessive violence that just, you know, he's pretty much made into his trademark. So it could go Sky's way, but at the same time, you've got the leader of the mad world. You've got, you know, like you've said before, the master of clown magic, Magnificent Malico, who he's taken on some great names. He's taken on the likes of Hardakis, of Brent McKenzie, of just so many great and powerful wrestlers who, you know, he's been able to at least stand in the ring with, if not outright beat. So to be able to take on the master of excessive violence, I think he's got what it takes. So I'm going to go with Malico on this one. I think that edge of insanity that he's got, the fact that he is a master of the misled, you know, it's gonna give him what he needs. So yeah. Malico.
All right, next match we're going to talk about here is the Texas Tornado Tag, which we've got the greatest team alive in Stephen Kirby, Michael Schaefer, taking on the Impact Players, the greatest tag team in NPX history. They are larger than life. They are hashtag so good, and they are the rightful tag team champions. If you saw last week, Mr. Match of the Night, Ryan Remington, had Stephen Kirby's shoulders pinned 1, 2, 3. Now, yes, Schaefer had Tommy Becker pinned as well, but they were not the legal man. The legal man was Kirby and Ryan Remington, and if we had a ref that paid attention, sorry, you would have noticed that. Although it doesn't matter now because all 4 men are legal. It's a Texas Tornado. And this match is going to be fun. You've got 2 of the best tag teams, not only in NPX, in the state of Texas. And I will say that with great pride because that's what NPX is. NPX has the best talent going around. I'm going, obviously, with the Impact Players on this one. Like I said, the greatest team in the history of NPX, despite what Kirby and Schaefer call themselves. It is going to be one hell of a match. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but when you have Mr. Match of the Night, Ryan Remington, and the Saturday Night Delight, the Tommy Becker in this match, and as a unit, they're going to win. What do you think?
What do I think? I think I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with you, especially on your assessment as to who was the legal man in that match. Brandon King did an excellent job officiating that match with the chaos that was going on. He missed the fact that Schaefer and Becker were obviously the legal men. I mean, he counted both pins, but obviously Schaefer and Becker were the legal men, so they should be the rightful tag team champions. So it should be the greatest team alive MPX tag team champions, and the Impact Players are essentially just getting another free rematch. I mean, come on, Jamie Lawler came out there and did his thing. So, you know, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that he would try to rule in their favor, but he couldn't browbeat the greatest human being alive. He couldn't browbeat the Kingsmen. So they took at least half the championships, and they were gracious enough to allow for a rematch. They were gracious enough to possibly accept the fact that maybe there was something odd about this finish, and they took a title to ensure that they would not get screwed over by Jamie Lawler. And so we're getting this Tornado tag team match, which is going to be just the greatest. And, you know, and it's just, you know, Ryan Remington, Tommy Becker, they're great. They are. And they're just really, really excellent at what they do. I'm not saying it. I don't know. And, you know, it's like, yeah, they could normally win just about any match, but they're going up against the greatest team alive. And, you know, regardless of who officiates the match, in a Tornado Tag Team match, you're going to see the power. You're going to see the experience. You're going to see the pure athleticism of the greatest team alive. And they will walk away once again our MPX Tag Team champions. So great. So great.
All right, so here we go. Main event, the Hateful Eight match. Now, first of all, let's go into the rules of the Hateful Eight. If some of y'all don't know, or this is your first time seeing it, it is, like I said, it's a fun match to watch. Basically, you're going to have all 8 competitors start in that ring, and they will have 2 weapons in the ring. Steel chair, you know, crutch, pipe, whatever you think as a weapon could be in there. Now, you get eliminated by pinfall or submission. Every time there's an elimination, they will add another weapon into that match. You will see a ref come out with a kendo stick. They could even bring a kitchen sink. Who knows what they're going to bring? But this match, I mean, like I said, this match here is fun to watch. And as a competitor, you've got to go through 7 other people in pretty much an anything goes match to get that title. And that title we're talking about was the prospect title. Oh, but hold on. Hardakis is injured. We hope Hardakis gets well soon. Apparently injured his arm. Has been stripped and vacated the MPX title, which now is what the Hateful Eight's for. So the winner of this Hateful Eight match will be our new MPX champion. And you look at these competitors. You've got BC, Frankie Fisher. You've got Lizzie Thorne, Menage a Trois, CJ Ward, Tatum Manning, Loverboard Larry. You've got the immortal Jason Silver and the mystery opponent, the TBD. We don't know who that originally was going to be, but due to Hardakis being injured, the rightful #1 contender has been entered in this match, and that is Super Tex, Brent McKenzie. Now, to be honest, if I was Brent, I mean, Brent's already a pissed off man, but he was going in fighting Hardakis. Now he's got to fight 7 other men for what he feels is his MPX title. That's hard. And in this match, you got such great talent. It's such an unknown and a variable. It's hard to pick a winner in this one. I am picking Super Tex Brent McKenzie. Just the simple fact that, like I said, he's already an angry, pissed off man who's on a warpath to get his MPX title back, because he is the longest reigning MPX champion we have. When he is focused, much like his cousin, when the McKenzies are focused, they are 2 of the most dangerous men in this business. And now you're only giving him weapon and toys to play with in a match. I'm going with Brent on this one. Jay, what do you got, man? This match, it's going to be fun.
Man, this match, I tell you what, it definitely is something weird. It's like, oh well, extreme. It's, jeez, it's Hateful Eight. I mean, you know, matches like this are just absolutely nuts. And picking Super Tex, I mean, that is the logical choice when you really think about it. But, you know, big matches like this, whether it's the Texas Rumble, whether it's a scramble match, a triple threat to a fatal whatever way, you know, these kinds of matches, stuff can happen. And again, you know, Super Tex makes perfect sense to make as your choice. And odds would be on that you're right. But, you know, anything can happen. It's just something weird can always happen in these things, and you just never know. I mean, look at the Texas Rumble. We pretty much thought for a while that one of the Impact players or one of the McKenzies was going to dominate it because, well, they had control of the ring. And then in comes Hardakis, and he just wipes the floor. So this could turn out any which way. I mean, we could even see MPX champion Tatum Manning, or serious journalism. Or we could see new MPX champion CJ Ward, or sorry, no, there's no way that's going to happen. I mean, they're going up against the likes of Frankie Fisher, Mr. MPX, the Jersey Jackass BC. They're going up against Super Tex, Brent McKenzie. You know, just if there's going to be an upset victory, it's more than likely going to be Lizzie Thorne, if anybody. And you know what? If that happens, so, you know, hey, you know, awesome. I'd be all for it. But just, yeah, no. Oh, man. Oh, I'm laughing so much that it's causing me to cough. But, okay. Serious journalism. Honestly, when it comes down to it, you know, you've got Jason Silver, you've got Frankie Fisher, you've got Super Tex Brent McKenzie, you've got BC, and, you know, and that's just, you know, those are the bigger names in the match. So, I mean, you would almost expect one of those four could be it. And it could be any one of those four. I mean, Super Tex, Brent has absolutely been focused, been dominant. Jason Silver, he's been on a, you know, kind of a roller coaster of wins and losses here. But we could see him finally get that focus. I mean, his tag team partner is out injured. Hardakis is out with an injury. I mean, do you have any idea what it takes to bring down someone like Hardakis with an injury? Jeez. So he's probably going to be on the warpath himself. And then you've got Team FJA backing each other up. These two are tag team specialists, so it doesn't matter if you've got the perfect triangle of, you know, CJ, Tatum, and Larry. I mean, like I said, if there's going to be an upset, it's likely to be Lizzie. But, you know, I'm looking at the math. Hope it's Jason or Frankie, but likely going to be Brent. He's just, you know. So, yeah. But, you know, those are just our opinions. The card is always subject to change. And, well, I'm going to kick it to Kyle for the outro. So, rock on, man.
What up, MPX addicts? I hope you enjoyed that, much like we do every week. Basically, what we do here is we enjoy talking wrestling, and we want to share that with you guys, and we want to, you know, make sure that you are caught up on everything that is happening here in Metroplex Wrestling at MPX, because they really do run this town. Now, I just wanted to talk to y'all a little bit as the voice of the MPX addicts sitting here. I just want to be sure that you guys, you know, support the wrestlers you see in that ring. Support them by, you know, just even talking to them, saying, hey, great match. Hey, thanks for what you do. Go buy their merchandise. Go buy their shirts. Some of them, you know, have kind of hit injuries and hard times right now. We've got Angel Blue, who's always out there selling her merch. She's going to be out for quite a while. Go ahead and pick up a shirt from her. Pick up a signed picture. Take a picture with her. And most wrestlers, I'll be honest, most wrestlers, if you would just want to take a picture, they'll say no charge. Give them a little something. Just help them out. Show appreciation to these athletes that come in. When we have a special guest come in, make them feel welcome. Make them be sure to tell all the other independent wrestlers that MPX Wrestling is the place to be. And again, you know, Hardakis, injury with an arm, buy some of his shirts. But support Metroplex Wrestling. They've got cups, they've got pins, they've got everything. Concession stand. Basically, guys, if you want to continue to keep saying the great talent here, you want this to keep going, you've got to support them. And hey, if you've ever thought about jumping in that ring and you think maybe you've got the athleticism, you've got the mic ability, you got whatever it takes to be a wrestler, a manager, a ref, what have you, they have an open tryout next Wednesday on the 26th. I'm sorry, I believe it's the 26th. Anyways, it's next Wednesday. You can look it up. MPX Training Tryout. It's $50. If you complete it and you decide to follow through, you get $400 off your tuition to the MPX Wrestling School. And hey, you know, I'll be honest, I'll be there. I'm going to give it a try. It's something I've always dreamed of, you know, so why not? They've got some of the great coaches, and some of the best talent has come from there. I think if you've ever thought about it, like, you know, look at Big Fitz. He's one of the biggest inspirations right now. He says, always turn what if into remember when. And that's exactly what you should do. So anyways, I hope you enjoy this. We'll see you Saturday. And I hope I see some of y'all there on Wednesday. Anyways, this is the voice of MPX Addicts. See y'all there.
You know what, wrestling fans, I almost forgot. You're going to actually want to go ahead and stay tuned to the Certified Mark channel, because we've got a new segment coming up this Saturday, 10 a.m. You're going to see a new segment called Marking Out with the Mark, in which yours truly is going to be having an interview of sorts with some of the super fans of Texas wrestling. Not just MPX, but, well, that's where we're starting. Stay tuned and check it out. Mark out, guys.